What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? What is up? What is up? What is up? How's it going? Ooh, let me turn my light on. Yeah, I don't think the notification went out, but it's all good. We're gonna rock what we rock with. I can always tell when a notification don't go out, or at least it doesn't go out to everybody. I shouldn't say nobody got it. Hey, everybody. What's up, Yana? Hey, Kwame. I haven't seen you in a while, Kwame. How you doing? Hey, C. Golden. Tracy. Hey, Boo. What's up, Brandon? How you guys doing? So happy Friday to everybody. Hey, Lock Queen. What's up? Y'all, it has been a long week. When I say I'm tired, and I'm here because I love y'all. Because I was like, well, I'm not gonna go live tonight, but then tomorrow I have a funeral to go to tomorrow. I told you guys last week that, well, it was Mother's Day. It happened on Mother's Day. A really good friend of mine's mom passed away. So the funeral is tomorrow. And I don't know what my time is going to be like tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to get home. I don't know how I'm going to feel when I get home. So I was like, might not go live tomorrow. Then I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll look at Sunday. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to feel like on Sunday. So anyway, that's why I decided to come live today. Plus, it was a few things that was happening that I kind of wanted to talk about. So I was like, well, there's some things that we can, discuss. So anyway, I hope everybody had a good week. Like I said, for me, it's been one of those weeks for me, but it is what it is. I'm 1 week closer to the end of the school year. I have 4 weeks of school left because the last day of school is June the 15th. 4 more weeks. So, anyway. All right, you guys. I hope everybody, let's talk about it. I got a real quick unboxing. It's really not a big unboxing. I ordered a couple of things from Avon. So it's an Avon unboxing. But I didn't order anything exotic. I told you guys about the bug spray, and I told y'all I was ordering me some bug spray. This is the travel size. So this isn't, like, they have different sizes, but I got this in the travel size. And this is the insect repellent, and it has the plus on it, so it's like the extra. And it comes with a pump. What does it? Yeah. It comes with a pump. So I'm not even going to, I'm just going to put this straight in. I'm just going to put this where I'm going to put my luggage, so I can start putting my stuff aside for my luggage. Because they don't need me even opening this up, because this is for Puerto Rico. So I got that. And then I got me some Skin So Soft gel. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever tried the gel before. I have the shower gel I showed you guys. It is just, it's shower gel, right? It lathers up really well. It smells so good. But this is the actual gel. So instead of, if you have the Skin So Soft oil, like the regular oil, if you don't like the oil or it's too, oily, this is a gel. And it goes on, like a lotion. It's thicker, obviously, than a lotion, and it's clear. But it goes on, like a lotion. So I got me some of this because I do like this, and I actually like this better than the oil, because the oil sometimes, like when I go to put the oil on, I have to put a towel down because I don't want to, if I spill any of it, or if it gets on the floor, it makes the floor slippery in the bathroom and that kind of thing. So I do prefer the gel because it doesn't get everywhere. Anyway, that was that. Like I said, it was a real quick unboxing. It wasn't anything deep. Or it wasn't like a really big order. I just ordered a few little odds and ends items. So anyway, the chat isn't moving. I don't know if y'all aren't talking or if the chat just isn't moving. I know it's not a lot of people in here right now. So I guess it's just nobody. I guess because it's just nobody, not a lot of people in here. I ain't gonna say nobody because y'all are here, but not a lot of people in here. Anyway, let's get started. So, couple of things have been going on today or the last couple of days. I have most of what I have to talk about are updates.
Couple of things have been going on today.
The gel is great. It smells really good. Yeah, I like the gel better, Auntie Dee. I love it personally. And then it comes in the 3 scents. You know, you have the 3 different Skin So Soft scents. So anyway, all right. So it's really a couple of updates to some stories that we've been talking about. Okay. So the first update, we talked about this a few months ago. Caesar Emanuel. Now, if you watch the show Black Ink Crew, and you know who I'm talking about, look, Caesar is like the Black Ink Crew is. It's your 50th birthday. That's right. You did tell us your birthday was coming up. Everybody, y'all. Drop it in the chat for Miss Tracy. Everybody wish Tracy a happy birthday. Drop some birthday, drop some birthday cakes and emojis and all kinds of things for Miss Tracy. That is a milestone birthday, honey. I hope you have some things planned. I'm so happy for you. You have a great, great weekend, honey. Have a great, great weekend. So if you watch the show Black Ink Crew, Caesar is like the main character. Like Black Ink Crew is a show about a tattoo shop. Hey, Miss Honey, how you doing, boo? I haven't seen you in a while. Y'all check out Miss Honey. Miss Honey does affirmations every morning, and she reads scripture and she talks about. And I've been watching a few of them. I've shared a few of them, Miss Honey, but I've been watching them. She does reviews as well. But every morning you're gonna get a little bit of motivation from Miss Honey. Y'all go check Miss Honey out. Her YouTube channel. Y'all go check her out. But yeah, so he is the proprietor of Black Ink, which is a tattoo shop that is based in New York. There have been spinoffs. We have Black Ink. Black Ink Chicago is kind of a spinoff, even though Brian Henry has his own shop, but it's under that umbrella. Then we have Black Ink LA. They've opened up shops. He's opened up shops in Atlanta and in New Orleans. And I think the plan eventually was to maybe open up shops in those places as well. So anyway, it's a reality show franchise. I used to review it. I just couldn't. I couldn't keep doing it. So a couple of months ago, I was going to talk about Caesar Child. So a couple of months ago, the story broke where his daughter, Cheyenne, went live to talk about an incident that happened. She had been living with her father. He lives in Atlanta now. I guess he just comes to New York to film. And she had been living with him. And her and him had a falling out. His version of the story is that she got smart with him when he asked her to do her chores. She called him out his name, got disrespectful, and she made up this whole story about the abuse. Her version of the story is that, yes, they did kind of get into it, but it wasn't with him. It was with his girlfriend. And when she went in the shower, she went to go take a shower. The girlfriend told him what happened, and he pulled her out of the shower butt naked and proceeded to whoop her. She called the police. Social services got involved. She ended up flying back home to New York because the mom sent her to go live with him because she was, getting a smart mouth. And, she was like, well, you need to go live with your dad kind of thing. Well, she obviously went back home to live with her mama. And when it first hit the news, we were thinking that it was something that had just happened. Well, come to find out, it had happened like months before that, but we were just finding out because she went live about it. Now, at the time, you ain't never lying, Miss Honey. You ain't never lied. Now, at the time, my view on the situation was I honestly don't know the truth. I just don't. I really don't. I think somewhere in the middle lies the truth. I don't think either one of them are telling 100% of the truth. But I also feel like it wasn't. I didn't feel like it was necessary for her to go live and tell us about it. But like we've said on here many times, people, not just the kids, but adults feel like it's appropriate to bring all of their problems, beefs, issues, concerns, all of that, they feel it's appropriate to bring it to social media. So the adults think it's appropriate to bring all their business to social media. Of course, the kids think it's appropriate as well. And so she did bring it to social media. It was a big hoopla for a couple of days, and then it sort of died down. Well, the new season of Black Ink Crew has started. I'm not watching the show, nor am I reviewing the show, okay? But from my understanding, in last week's episode, that incident came up. And he talked about how he missed his daughter and how, you know, he basically blamed the mom for having a bad relationship with her and made it seem like it was all about, you know, her talking bad about him and this and this and that. So then Crystal, who was her mom, went live to speak about the fact that Caesar had sent cease and desist paperwork to their daughter, their 17-year-old daughter, and from my understanding, to CPS. I didn't know you could send cease and desist to CPS, but okay. Because he didn't want them speaking about the incident. So I find it interesting that he can make it a storyline on his show, but she can't talk about it. Hey, Jonathan. I can tell the notification didn't go out, Jonathan. It's all good. Hey, Diva Law. What's up? Hey, Virgin Love. Anybody who came in, I'm glad you guys are here. And for the people who found it, even though the notification didn't go out, I appreciate it. And so she went live to basically talk about the fact that they have, you know, her on cease and desist and that, you know, it's all a lie. And she said, you know, basically he was a deadbeat dad and I was doing him a favor by letting him bring, because a couple of seasons ago, hey Sharon, a couple of seasons ago, they started showing Caesar with his daughter a lot. And, you know, she was like, I let him bring us on as a storyline. You know, he asked and I allowed it to happen. Now, I'm sure you was getting some compensation for it. Let's not act like you did it for free. But I understand her point. Her point is valid. So fast forward to today, Caesar is now suing the mother of his child for defamation of character. Y'all, the ridiculousness of this whole situation to me. It's so much ridiculousness here to unpack. I don't even know where to start with the unpacking of the ridiculousness. He's talking about something. I've always been a good dad. Sir, I don't even know you and I know that ain't true. And I'm going to tell you why I know that ain't true. Here's why I know that ain't true. I believe Crystal, that's the mother of his child's daughter. The mother of his daughter's name is Crystal. I believe Crystal when she said that she came on the show as a storyline to you and that the only reason why you started being a dad is because it was on camera and it was part of your storyline. You know why I believe it, sir? Because in season 1 and 2 of the show, you know what your storyline was, sir? You know what your storyline was, season 1 and 2 of the show? Was that she put you on child support. And you were so far behind on your child support that you got arrested. Now, then after that storyline, seasons 2, 3, 4, I don't know. We didn't even see you with your child. We did not have any significant scenes with you and your child. Then all of a sudden, 2 seasons ago, Your whole storyline is you, Cheyenne, and Crystal, but not like you reconnecting, not that kind of storyline, but like you taking her shopping storyline, you taking her to the daddy-daughter dance at school storyline, and you would throw little stuff out that let us know that this is a new thing for you. You know, they use buzzwords like, I just want to be a bigger part of her life because she's getting older now. I just want us to build a better relationship. You know, she's getting ready to go to high school now. Like little stuff like that. Like there was even one episode where Crystal dropped her off at his house to spend the weekend so she could have a weekend to herself. And he act like, how dare she want me to watch my child for a whole weekend? Now, granted, the way they wrote it up, it looked like he didn't know she was coming and it was a total shock. But he really, truly did not know what to do with his own child for 72 hours. If it didn't involve him spending money, he didn't know what to do with it. So do I believe that you have not been a full-time dad in your daughter's life? I absolutely do. Yeah, Duchess had to pay his back child support. Exactly. You know, the fact that you thought it was appropriate. First of all, he had a press conference. Sir, don't nobody care. Who cared about you having a press conference announcing the fact that you are suing the mother of your child? Like, who convinced you that we cared enough? Who convinced you that we gave a damn enough? Sir, that could have been an IG press release. Don't nobody give a damn. Nobody cares. First of all, the story happened. The only reason why this story is even back in the news is because you made it a storyline on your show. Nobody had said nothing about it until it was on the show. And that was when Crystal, the mother of your child, went live to tell the story. Nobody knew you had put a cease and desist on your 17-year-old daughter. Nobody knew any of that. The only reason why she went live is because you made it part of your storyline and you tried to shift all of the blame onto her and make it seem like she was a horrible mother and she was bad-mouthing you, and that's the reason why you don't have a good relationship with your child now. Now listen, I don't know nothing about that woman's parenting skills, let's be clear. And I don't know if she was a good parent or not. I don't know, won't there. But what I do know is it ain't all on her. It ain't all on her. I know, Danny, the notification didn't go out, so I'm sorry for the people that didn't get the notification, but I'm glad y'all finding it. I'm glad y'all are finding it. Maybe I should, hold on. Let me put it on my community wall. Let me share it out. Hold on. Because I don't know why. I mean, y'all know how YouTube is, child. Sometimes it go out, sometimes it doesn't. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to get a bunch of comments after I get done talking about something. I didn't know. Nobody told me. I didn't know. Nobody told me. Hey, Sincere Russell. Caesar always shift the blame to the woman. No accountability for it. He never takes accountability for anything. Anything dealing with that show, he never takes accountability for it. Nothing. And honestly, like I said, I just had to stop doing the show altogether. I just couldn't. I couldn't keep reviewing the show. I just couldn't, because part of the reason why I couldn't keep reviewing the show is because I was no longer interested in watching the show. Like it just, it's, you know, it's one thing. I know keep it cute. I know no, the notification for whatever reason did not go out, y'all. I just shared it on my wall and I just posted it on Instagram. So hopefully people will see who want to see who, you know, hopefully people will find it. After Alex, I was done. Oh, that was ridiculous. What happened with Alex? That was so ridiculous. You know, I mean, the thing is, there's certain, like, okay, reality TV is what it is. Like, none of us, I don't think there's anybody that puts reality TV on a pedestal. There's no one that does. I don't think. I hope not. Like, reality TV is the National Enquirer of television. Like, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is at the bottom of the barrel. Nobody goes to the National Enquirer for, you know, high commentary on social issues. Like, that's just not what we do. We go to the, I know, El Teddy, I know. Hey, what's up, boo? Nobody goes to the National Enquirer for that. That's not what we do. But yet still, most of us, while we're standing in line at the grocery store, we might pick up a National Enquirer or a Star magazine just to pass time while we're in line. We ain't gonna buy it. I mean, some people do, but you know what I'm saying. So we get it that that's what we're getting with reality TV. But when your reality TV show is unbearable to watch, that's just bad. And between Sky going off every 5 minutes for absolutely no reason, that situation with Alex was sickening. It was just sickening. And then you know what started happening with Black Ink? The same thing that's happening with a lot of these reality shows. They started going live and they started telling too much of their business. Hey, Xavier. You know, they started telling too much of their business. So, you know, yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore. I just couldn't. I was like, now I still do Black Ink Chicago. I think when the new season comes up, I'll probably still do that one because I did still enjoy Black Ink Chicago. But yeah, I just couldn't. I knew something was missing from his story. I never believe him. Yeah, something, like I said, I'm not saying that the daughter is 100% telling the truth. Because let's rewind to the beginning. The mama sent her to go live with her daddy because they were having problems and she was being disrespectful to her. So do I believe that there was some disrespect involved? Absolutely. Because that's why your mama sent you to go live with your daddy in Atlanta to begin with. Your daddy that, you know, so there clearly was some disrespect there. So I believe that part of the story, that Caesar said she didn't do what she was asked to do and she was just being disrespectful. I believe that. I believe that part. It's what happened after that it gets a little, you know. But neither here nor there. I don't think that, hey, Miss Trissa, hey, Alikala, I just don't know how appropriate it is. You make it a part of the storyline and then you hit them with a cease and desist and you sue her for defamation, but you made it a part of the storyline. Like, nobody was talking about y'all. I hadn't thought no more about that story since we talked about it. What was that? That was back early winter. I mean, not early winter, but like early part of the year. That was like January, February. Ain't nobody thought about y'all. But because you made it part of the storyline, that's what even brought it back up. And now you having press conferences that ain't nobody going to. Like, I want to know, did they pan the audience? Because who was there? And his baby mama, and I don't want to call her his baby mama, the mother of his child, she has her own attorney now. And I'm glad. I hope start you a GoFundMe, girl. Because somebody just said that in the chat. I think it was Miss Honey. He banking on you not having money to fight him. He banking on you not being able to fight her back. I hope you get you some. Get you some money, boo. I'm not contributing to the GoFundMe. But if you put it up, people will give you money. They will. I'm not. But there are people who will. Just not me. Anyway, so that's that update. Okay. December, thank you. So it wasn't even, right. Child, that was last year. That wasn't even 2021. Child, don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about that story, but you, Cheyenne, and Crystal. Again, if you had never tried to make it part of your storyline, none of us would give a damn. Nobody would know. Nobody would remember. Nobody gave a damn. I promise you. Because I did. Forgot all about it. Right. There's a GoFundMe for it somewhere. I'm sure it is. And y'all, well, not y'all, but people go on and contribute. If you're gonna contribute to a cause, contribute to my cause. But if you feel so inclined, though, I mean, you're going over to get that man your $5-10. I mean, that woman. Right, exactly, Miss Honey. I can contribute, but fight on, girl. You get you a good lawyer. Okay. Okay. Anyway, another follow-up story that we got to bring you guys from earlier this week. So let me get caught up. Let me pull it up. So Kimora Lee Simmons and her attorneys have responded to Russell Simmons. Now, we talked earlier in the week that Russell Simmons was suing Kimora because allegedly she was using stocks that they owned together to get her husband out of jail and pay for his bond as collateral and all kinds of stuff. Now, a question that we had then that y'all was asking me in the chat and I ain't know the answers to, we were like, how in the world would this even be a situation? Like, are their businesses still commingled? Like, how did she even get access to his shares in a couple? Like, there were questions, and I was like, my only answer was, that's rich people shit, and I don't know. Because I don't know. All I know is this what he was accused of her. Well, she has responded. Now, according to the Jasmine brand, I'm going to read y'all this little snippet, okay? On Thursday, Kimora's legal team released a statement, and it said, Kimora and her children are shocked by the extortive harassment coming from her ex-husband. Now, you didn't have to bring the kids into this. This between you and him. You did not have to say that the kids were shocked. Even though their children are old enough to have an opinion, you ain't had to bring them in this, Kimora. That was a low blow. Anyway. Who has decided to sue her for shares and dividends of Celsius stock in which Kimora and Tim Lisner invested millions of dollars. This is an ill-advised attempt by Russell to use the legal system to access funds he is in no way entitled to, and which his own legal team confirms Russell did not pay for. Then I'm confused as hell. Then how the fuck does Russell even feel like he has a dog in that fight? If you didn't pay for none of them shares, and y'all's children are over the age of 18, so it doesn't in any way, shape, or form affect anything that has anything to do with you, how in the hell does this have anything to do with you, Russell? I'm so confused at it. I'm so confused at it. Russell alleges that Kimora and Tim obtained his shares without his knowledge or consent and used them. I don't understand. Y'all, none of this makes any damn sense to me. Now, hold on, let me look up something. Hold on, I need some. I just need some more information. Hold on, let me see what people say. People might give me some more information, okay? That was the shade room. Let me see what people got to say, okay? Transfer 4 million shares, injury contra paper, legal fees, or money laundering case. Claim the commercial children, the legal fee, but own legal team. Russell continued. Okay, this is the rest of the quote. Russell's continued aggressive behavior not only blatantly distorts the facts, but is simply a desperate PR ploy ignoring the years of mental and emotional anguish, gaslighting, and ongoing harassment he has inflicted on Kimora. The statement continued without giving details concerning these claims. Now, see, this is the shit I don't like. This is the shit I don't like. I'm going to tell you why this is the shit I don't like. Because there has never been. Kimora Lee Simmons ain't never said nothing negative about Russell Simmons. Now, I understand all of what y'all gonna say. Maybe she didn't want to say nothing. Maybe she was protecting the kids. Maybe she was a battered woman. I get all of that. 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 But what I'm saying is this. The whole time they were married and when they got divorced, she never said anything negative about him. They had, from what I understand, a pretty amicable divorce. Like, I don't remember, I mean, you know, it was a divorce, but I don't remember it being a whole lot of, hey, Miss P, how you doing, boo? I don't remember it being a whole lot of back and forth in the press about it. I feel like they went through their divorce and they went on about their business. You know, they co-parent. You never heard any, you know, them fighting over visitation and child support. The kids, you know, we saw pictures of them with their dad during holidays and vacation. We even saw them vacationing together. Remember when she was married to Desmond Hootsu, the, you know, give me free, I'm a star. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Remember when she was married to him? They used to vacation together. Y'all remember that? All of the pictures of them down at St. Bart's for New Year's. Remember, Russell Simmons goes to St. Bart's every year for New Year's, and he has a big-ass New Year's Eve party. Him and Diddy, they party down in St. Bart's. We used to see pictures of them on the beach together with all their families. He would be there with Desmond and the new baby Kenzo, whatever the baby name is. Y'all remember that? Am I crazy? I know y'all remember what I'm saying. Now, all of a sudden, it's been years of physical, mental abuse. Let me read the quote again because I don't want to put no words in her mouth. Mental and emotional anguish. I'm sorry. I don't want to put no words in his mouth. Mental and emotional anguish, gaslighting, and ongoing harassment. See, that's who never married? Her and Desmond? Yeah, they had like an African wedding. They had like a spiritual ceremony over in Africa. Yeah, they never had like a United States wedding. They had a spiritual, yeah. But I'm serious though. Y'all remember they used to vacation together. Because people used to always talk about, oh, wow, that's so great that day. Oh my gosh, and they're blending families. Like, Russell used to make what comments? Slay comments. What? Slick? Were you trying to say slick comments? I don't know. Now I will say this, and I have said this for years. Y'all know I said this earlier this week. Let's be clear. Their relationship was inappropriate. Kimora was still in high school, and Russell was in his 30s when they started dating, or his late 20s, early 30s. And she was still in fucking high school. So their relationship was inappropriate from the word go. Like I will always say that. I don't care what nobody else say that. They can say that they didn't start dating until she was 18. I don't care. Y'all was dating when her ass was still in high school. Okay. She was a model. Okay. She talked about it and then she sort of like backed up off of it. But if you catch her earlier interviews, she talked about how Russell Simmons like wooed her, and she talked about still being in high school when Russell Simmons was trying to get with her. Now she could say that we didn't hook up until after I was 18, but it don't matter. His intention, let's assume you're telling the truth. He tried to get with you before you was out of high school. So let's assume that you telling the truth, that y'all didn't actually hook up until afterwards. He was sending flowers to your ass, and he was trying to take your ass out before you graduated from high school. Inappropriate, because Russell Simmons was a whole grown-ass man. You think he was hurt about what, Jonathan? You think he was hurt about the divorce? Well, then he shouldn't have been out here sticking his dick in other women. How about that? I'm just saying. She was, C. Golden. She absolutely was. She was a little girl. She was a little girl. And that's not the... Listen, let's not go down the road of Russell Simmons and all of the inappropriate women. Okay, let's not even go down that road. All I'm saying is this story don't make no damn sense to me. And I walk away from what Kimora is saying with more questions than answers. I still don't understand why he would even think. Let's assume that they both have stock in this company. Why would he even think that his stock? It's confusing. It's confusing. It just don't make no, listen, it don't make no damn sense. And I'm more confused after Kimora's statement than before. So I'm going to just go back to my earlier statement from earlier this week. I guess that's just rich people problems. Because I don't understand this shit. Don't make no sense to me. I don't understand it. It's rich people problems. Because I don't own no $4 million worth of stock in nothing. Okay? Nothing. So I guess I don't understand. Just saying. Maybe, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of, Xavier, is that there's still something that's lingering from their marriage. That's the only thing I can think of. But my thing is, they have been divorced for 10 years. Again, when you have those types of assets and stuff, I don't know how that works out. But the fact that, again, we're talking about y'all been divorced for 10 years and y'all still got this significant level of legal ties to each other, millions and millions of dollars. Wow. And I know it can happen, but child, anyway, that's that follow-up story. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. So here go another story it's going to get confusing. So y'all going to have to work with me. I got to give y'all a little bit of a backstory and then we got to come forward. Okay. Kwame Brown. Now, for those who do not know who Kwame Brown is, let me give you a short story of who Kwame Brown is. Kwame Brown is probably the biggest bust in NBA history. Okay. Kwame Brown was drafted by Michael Jordan in the first round for the Washington Wizards. I don't know the year. I don't care. Y'all can Google it, but it was a long time ago. When I say a long time ago, it was a while back. But Kwame, that was when players could still go straight to the NBA straight out of high school. So he was among the LeBrons and Kobe Bryant's coming straight out of high school, bypassing college, going into the NBA. He was the number one draft of that year. Went straight to the Wizards. Michael Jordan vouched for him. Michael Jordan picked him. He was going to be, the next Michael Jordan. Like, that is how everybody who looked at him thought he was going to be the next Michael Jordan. 2001. Thank you, Steve Golden, for Googling it, or you use your memory, whichever it was. Okay. So 10 years ago, right? Now, Kwame Brown was a bust. He was a bust, a lot of it by his own self-destruction. Again, I ain't going to get into the whole story, y'all can go, I'm sure, Google it and read the whole thing. But he is sort of like the butt of every joke for people who, especially in the NBA circles, whenever they want to start talking about a prospect who is not living up to the expectation, it's always, oh, he's the next Kwame Brown. Or a prospect that didn't lead up to expectation. Well, he was Kwame Brown, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's that guy. Like, whenever whenever there's that whole, it's always the analogy, right? And I'm sure that for Kwame Brown, that has to be a hard cross to bear. You know, you are forever that guy. You are forever the guy that shoulda, coulda, woulda, and wasn't, right? Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't follow Kwame Brown. I don't know nothing about what's going on. I didn't even know Kwame Brown had a YouTube channel, okay? Apparently, he's got a really big YouTube channel. He rides around in his truck and talks about stuff. I haven't looked at a video, okay? So, I don't know. But from my understanding, when he goes live, he has thousands of people in his chat. And he's a very successful YouTube channel, you know, very successful. So earlier this week, I guess it was, or last week, some comments were made on the, I think it's called the Up in Smoke podcast. And Matt Barnes, Gilbert Arenas, and some other players, you know, they were on there. And some comments were made about Kwame Brown, and Matt Barnes apparently offended Kwame Brown. Now, mind you, Matt Barnes wasn't even the one that really said it. He sort of co-signed it, and Kwame Brown was upset about it. And so Kwame Brown went live, made some comments, also made some comments on YouTube. And again, because he is a big YouTuber, it's not like he only had a couple of hundred people. Like, which, again, I said a couple of thousands of people when he goes live. It got back to Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes said some things, and it became sort of like an internet back and forth. Now, Charlemagne was actually defending Kwame Brown. Now, he was defending Kwame Brown by telling everybody Kwame Brown's business, but he was defending, he's got almost 100,000 subs. He's right. He's got a really big platform, you know. And so Charlemagne said something on the Breakfast Club earlier this week in reference to Kwame's brother just went to jail for murder. He had another brother who was involved in a murder-suicide situation. And basically, hey, Miss Queenie. And basically, he was like, you never know what somebody is going through. Leave his ass alone. Yeah, he be having 20K in his lives. Yeah. I said a couple of thousand, but yeah. 20K. Like he literally, like he's not a small, I'm just decided to start a YouTube channel. Like he's got an established platform. Like I say, I don't watch it and I don't know what he be talking about over there, but clearly his audience is interested. I'm gonna have to go check it out though. So I felt like Charlemagne was actually defending Kwame Brown. Like that's how I felt. Now Kwame Brown may not have appreciated how he defended him, by basically telling everybody that, you know, his brother was a murderer, his other brother was a murderer and then killed himself. That may not necessarily be the best way that he wanted to be defended, but I felt like he was trying to defend him and say, listen, you don't know what other people are going through. Leave him the hell alone. So then Kwame kind of came at Charlemagne. Hold on, let me see if I can find what he had said about Charlemagne. I thought I had y'all know how I try to have my screenshots ready, but I don't know if I was ready today, y'all. Because remember I told you I wasn't gonna come live. But hold on, let me find the screenshot. Because like I said, I feel like, and y'all know, I ain't no Charlemagne fan or none of that other stuff, but I really do feel like Charlemagne thought he was defending him. I really feel like Charlemagne thought he was looking out for that man. Like, I really do. And then he sort of came for him, and, you know, I don't think Charlemagne was expecting that. I don't have it in here in front of me. Sorry, y'all. I don't have it in front of me. But for whatever reason, Sorry, y'all. I don't have it in front of me. I know, right? El Teddy, you ain't lying about that one. You've been subscribed to him for a while. That doesn't surprise me. So yeah. Now again, he felt the need, but I feel like it came off to me. And again, I can't walk a mile in that man's shoes, because again, I would never want to be the butt of every joke that is about failure, and that's pretty much what he has become. He has become the butt of every joke as it relates to failure. Especially in NBA circles, sports circles. Like, he is that guy. Every draft season, his name once again reemerges as, well, we don't want another Kwame Brown on our hands. Well, we don't want another Kwame Brown bust. Like, you know, I can't imagine being that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that it creates a thick skin situation. But it really does seem like, you know, you went after Matt Barnes and he really ain't say a whole lot about you. Like, it won't even him. Now he went after Stephen A. Smith, which y'all know, if you know anything about Stephen A. Smith, he don't give a damn. Not only does he not give a damn, he is going to use it. You know how these YouTubers will take one event and use it for a week? Stephen A. Smith is going to milk it for the next week. Okay. If you know Stephen A. Smith, then you know. But he was a bust compared to the expectation. No, he wasn't. See, the problem is, and again, this wasn't his fault. The problem is we put these expectations on these players, and then when they don't live up to the expectation that the press and the media puts on them, then all of a sudden they become a bust. But then if you look at the numbers and you look at what they did, they weren't horrible players, but it's based on the perception of what they were expected to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, I mean, again, I know, you know, he was here in DC, and of course, because for us, it was a local market. It was front page news every day. Whenever he was late to practice, whenever he was drunk at practice, or whatever, or him and Michael Jordan had an argument, or, you know, everything that happened in practice, you know, it was always front page. So he just, and also you got to remember too, the Michael Jordan factor. You know, this was Michael Jordan's anointed one. This was his pick. This was the guy that he said was going to be the next best thing. And I think that added something to the legend as well, because this was Michael Jordan. You know, we've had first round picks that go bust before. Like, he ain't the first guy to be drafted in the first round and not live up to the expectation. But this was Michael Jordan. So I think that added to it too. Exactly, Miss Queenie. Exactly. That has a lot to do with it too. Yeah. But that's it. But that's just it, Xavier. Like, again, every draft season it comes up. Every draft season we're right back where we started. But anyway, yeah. Then we had, and I don't even know, nor do I care, because as far as I'm concerned, it's two ain't shit niggas fighting. So we got Kwame Brown and Kevin Hunter, and not Kwame Brown, Lord, Charlemagne the God and Kevin Hunter, and I don't care about neither one of them. So neither one of them. None of the above. Anyway, all right. Let's leave it with this. Mike was never a good gambler. That's a good one. Byron Allen, and y'all remember Byron Allen? Byron Allen was a comedian, but he turned into a TV mogul. He owns like the Weather Channel and like 18 other, you know, channels, and he is like this mogul, right? I think last year, the year before that, he was suing. Who was he suing, y'all? He sued somebody for discrimination. Was it Comcast, or he sued somebody for defamation? Well, now he is suing McDonald's. And he is suing McDonald's because he says that McDonald's makes it McDonald's does not run ads on his channels and that they are discriminating against him. Since acquiring the Weather Channel back in 2018, Byron Allen claims that the fast food giant has outright refused to advertise with him. Allen also alleges that none of the networks owned by Entertainment Studios are able to air McDonald's ads. That's his company, Entertainment Studios. Child, I don't know if they want that smoke. It does seem real coinky dinky because I feel like, especially when it's a black show on, I feel like they playing a McDonald's commercial every other minute when it's a black show. I don't remember looking at a black show where they don't play a McDonald's commercial somewhere before that show was over, okay? And now all of a sudden, a network owned by a black man, McDonald's don't want to play no commercials with him? I find that very interesting. And I don't feel like Byron Allen would half-ass. Oh my gosh, Miss Queenie. Me too. Oh my God. See, I was going to say, Miss Queenie, I was going to say Real People, but I didn't think anybody would get the reference. I didn't think anybody would remember Real People. Oh my gosh. Yes, it was him. And it was that black woman. They had one little black woman on there. What was her name? She had the short haircut. Oh, what was her name? Was it Kizzy? I think it was Kizzy from Roots. Wasn't it the black girl on Real People? Kizzy, right? Wasn't it Kizzy? What was Kizzy's real name, y'all? From Roots. Lady who played Kizzy on Roots. What was her real name? Xavier, baby, that was before you would even thought of being born, boo. But yeah, it was Leslie Uggams. Okay, it wasn't. Yeah, Leslie Uggams was the black woman on there. And it had Byron Allen and her, and it had another white woman who went on to do some other stuff. Real People, it was a talk show, and what they would do, it was like an early 80s version of a talk show. But what they would do is they would do real interest stories. Leslie Uggams. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, and the comedy showcase. Yeah. They would go out and they would do real, like, human interest stories. Like those stories that are in like the last 5 minutes of the news nowadays, they just show like, and they would find like these weird, quirky people. Social media now sort of taking over that. Like weird, quirky people are all over the place. You can go on TikTok and find weird, quirky people. But they would go out into these places and find like the weirdest stories and, like the 500-pound pig from the county fair in Minnesota or something. Or the guy that collects, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some weird stuff. The guy that collects bottle tops. And he's been collecting bottle tops since he was a kid. And he's got this extensive collection of bottle tops. Like that kind of thing. Like, and they would, go out all over America and talk to these people. And Byron Allen was like the comedian on there. I didn't think anybody would remember that because I was a kid. But it was like I used to love that show. Like I used to love that show. The kid with no arms. Okay, I don't remember that. But that sounds like a story they would have on there. That's a Real People story. Yeah, but that's what I knew Byron. I mean, that's how, because when I started hearing about Byron Allen owning all of these TV stations, I was like, what? Because I remembered him from Real People. He was a comedian. Yes. Okay. See, Miss Queenie, me and you right here. What do you say about Terrence Howard, Lord? Y'all know that's my baby now. Y'all leave Xavier alone. Y'all know that's my baby. I'm not saying what? Terrence Howard. Oh. Used to do everything with his feet. Yeah, that sounds like a Real People story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to like that show. So that was that, y'all. We'll talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills another time. My review is up, though. If y'all want to hear what I got to say about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the review is up. But we'll talk about them later on this weekend. But suffice to say, the season premiere was on Wednesday. It was a good premiere. We got to meet the new girl. We see what the setup is going to be for the season, Oh, Lord. Y'all act like no comment. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not even going to comment on that. I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm so sorry, y'all. Well, I don't know how far back you are, but the new season just started. So, not sure how far back you are, but you could definitely get caught up. All right, you guys. Make sure that you are checking out Avon. Let me drop the link for y'all so y'all can go ahead and get y'all good Avon. Get you some good makeup, some Skin So Soft, some other things, little this, little that going on over there. Hey, Gina Bean, are you home? You got home safe, babe? Xavier, I don't really know what else to say about Married at First Sight. I just don't. I'm actually gonna do my review for the reunion, part 1 of the reunion. I'll probably do that tonight. But I don't. I don't even know what else to say. What is there to say? And I'm going to be honest with you. You might be surprised to hear what I have to say, but I don't think Chris was wrong in his anger at Pastor Dwight. I don't think he was wrong. I don't think he was wrong at all. Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't have no traffic. That's good for prancing about his hotel room. Huh? Chris went on live. Oh, see, I don't be watching all that stuff. Y'all be watching all that shit. I don't be watching all that. But I didn't have a problem with Chris being reacting to Pastor Dwight. I felt like Pastor Dwight was an opportunist who was trying to get some camera time, and he was inappropriate. It was inappropriate for him to have that conversation with Paige. It was absolutely inappropriate. You know what, Miss Honey? That about sums it up. Chris was gross. Eric and Virginia's still gonna end up on Dateline. Claire's gonna cheat, and Chris was gross. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up for me. Pastor Dwight does like attention, but I'm not mad about him calling out Chris. I'm not necessarily mad about him calling out Chris, but I do feel like I just feel like it was inappropriate. It was just inappropriate. There was no reason other than the producers setting that whole scene up. There was no reason for him to have a conversation with Paige about Chris. If that's his friend and you feel like what he's doing to Paige is wrong, that's fine. You can feel that way. But unless you were invited into their relationship, unless you are coming to the next, next relationship, unless you were invited into that situation, the fact that you were his friend and he was confiding in you as his friend, you were inappropriate. Take the fact that he was a pastor out of the equation. If my friend reaches out to my husband, my female friend, reaches out to my husband behind my back to have a sit down with him to discuss our marital problems, we're going to have a problem. Me and that friend, we're going to have some issues. We're going to have a problem. And Chris told them, I'm not ready to have a conversation. But they were like, well, do you think there can ever be any reconciliation? And Chris said, I'm not in that place right now. And what do they say? Well, he's here. Let's bring him out. Okay, well, what did you expect? Chris just told y'all he wasn't ready to have a conversation with this man. And he didn't appreciate what the man did. So, yes, I have a big problem with Chris for a whole lot of reasons. But I can separate the situation. And in that situation, I was with Chris. In that situation, I was with Chris. It was a passive-aggressive way to come at Chris. It says a lot about him, but there's no honor among thieves, and he was right. Chris don't. Oh, no, he absolutely was right about what he said about Chris. Absolutely. Oh, he was 100% right about what he said about Chris. Let's be clear. Like I said, I can separate the two. He wasn't wrong about what he said about Chris. He was wrong in going to Paige about it. That's what he was wrong about, in my opinion. Right. And then they kept telling Paige, go get Chris. And you know what I would have done? I would have turned around and said, that's not my husband no more. He's not mine. Ciao. That whole situation is just a mess. Anyway, but I'll do my review. Y'all are definitely gonna get Legendary tonight. I really wanted to do the review last night. I just ran out of steam. I was just tired, but that episode was so good. So I'll be doing Legendary tonight, and I'm not sure what else y'all gonna get. But y'all will get Legendary tonight. All right. You just wanted to see the battle of the blue plus. Child. They did look nice, although that turtleneck, did y'all see how long past Dwight's neck was? That's one thing about a turtleneck. A turtleneck will tell on you. It will let people know either you don't have a neck at all or you got a long ass neck. Did y'all see how long his neck was in that turtleneck? That was a long ass neck. I'm just saying. Did y'all see that? Did y'all notice? Anyway, yeah, now I'm about to get off here right now, Miss Honey, because I have to be up at not old dark 30, but I got to be up basically at regular time tomorrow because the viewing starts at 9. And so I need to be out my house. Oh, excuse me. I need to be out my house no later than 8. So, child. Anyway, I like that saying water seeks its own level. I like that. I'm going to steal that. I'm telling you now, I'm still that one. The longer the neck, the better. Okay, on that note, good night. I will see y'all later on this weekend. Lord have mercy. Goodbye, y'all.